Hey everyone, you're probably at home right now. And that's perfect because that's exactly where I want you to be. The reason why is in a second I'm going to have you pause the video. When you pause the video, I want you to go over to your closet, your lovely closet, and to count how many pieces of clothes that you no longer wear. Like the ones that you haven't worn in like the past 3 months. The ones that are kind of collecting dust and are feeling neglected. Okay? I trust you to do this. Pause the video. Welcome back. Now for those of you who didn't pause the video, you probably just watched me awkwardly stand there. So, hey, no problem. I'm going to give you a second chance to go and to count, yes really, count all the old clothes that you currently have. So, if you didn't pause the video already, you should do it now. Alright, now that you're back, you probably have a number of how many pieces of clothes you just don't wear anymore. But what if I told you, on average, about 70 pounds of clothes are thrown away each year by every person? That's a lot of clothes. And it's kind of gross because all of that clothes is just getting thrown into dumps, and the last thing we need is more things being thrown in a dump. So I thought we could do something better with it. And by donating our clothes to Goodwill, we can help people in need during and after this pandemic. I think we can all agree that this pandemic has hurt a lot of people. It's put 47 million people out of a job. And with that, a lot of people don't have that much to spend. But we all know that a necessity that we have is clothes. People want to look nice, no matter how much you're making. And some people just can't afford going to stores like Old Navy or Kohl's or Nike to get their clothes, which is okay. But somewhere like Goodwill offers an opportunity for people who can't normally afford to go to these places to come and to get a shirt like this for a few bucks. And maybe you've been to a thrift store before. Actually, I bet you have, because they're just so common. And Goodwill does such an incredible job at making all these different pieces of clothes, pants, socks, whatever you need, so affordable for families who really, really need it. A lot of families actually rely on this. But not only that, Goodwill has a mission to help people find jobs. In a time where job security is out the door, their impact is huge right now for the people who really, really need it. And they seek those people out. They actually spend 89 cents to every dollar that they receive from selling clothes for thrift stores or maybe just donations. They put that directly to helping other people get the correct training for their jobs, for workplaces. This could be nursing, this could be doctors, this could be police officers, even people at their thrift store. I have a person, a testimony, and her name's Nancy. Now, in 2008, Nancy was out of a job for 10 months. Nancy also had 2 kids and a grandkid. Nancy was in a pretty low place, but she sought out Goodwill because she heard that they do some pretty incredible stuff. And you got to hear what she says. You just have no idea to come from losing everything and having nothing to feeling like someone noticed there was some potential in me still. To just feel valued again. And it just starts changing your mindset. Your children start noticing. Hey, mom's changing. Wow. This is the thing that Goodwill does. Goodwill wants to help change lives. And when you donate your clothes to Goodwill, you're helping individuals like Nancy. And it made me think of a verse in Acts 2, verse 44 through 45. It says, all believers were together and had everything in common. Selling the possessions and goods, they gave to anyone as had need. As a church, we're called to help people. We're called to give away the things that we no longer need, and even some of the things that we do need, to the people who have that need. It was what the early church did, and they flourished. People grew closer with Jesus and took their next steps from something as simple as people giving their clothes. Now, what am I asking you to do today? Well, you're a college student. You probably don't have a lot of money to give. I know I don't either. Moody took it all. But you probably have a few pieces of old clothes that you're no longer using. So why not give them? So, grab all those old clothes. You know, the clothes, the pants, the shirt, the things that you're no longer wearing. And grab one of these fancy-dancy trash bags and drop it in here. Now I know some clothes have sentimental value, and that's okay, but I know that these clothes will find a much better home than sitting collecting dust in my closet. And after you've done that, go online. Grab your laptop. I know you guys all have laptops because we have been living off of these for quite some time. And then type in Goodwill locations, and about 20 will come up. But hey, I get it. Pandemic's happening. You don't want to be around people. Guess what? I don't want to either. And so, you don't even have to interact with anyone to give away these clothes. You can go to one of their storage bins. It looks just like this. Maybe you've seen it before. These are usually set up around schools, even gas stations, or at their own Goodwill site. And you can just pull up, grab your clothes that you have in your handy-dandy bag, water resistant and all that fun stuff, and you can just drop it off. And let's face it, I know it's going to take a tiny bit of work, but you're not doing that much anyways. I mean, you probably want a reason to get outside, to go drive, and to go somewhere. And so use this as your reason, because your clothes mean so much more to the people who are receiving it. And so I just want to encourage you to do that, because by donating our clothes, we can help people in need right now and after the pandemic. Gosh, I just think of all the amazing moments that would happen just from something as simple as dropping off a bag of clothes. And so I'm going to challenge you. If you actually take the step and do this, in the comments, when you're, like judging me and telling me, hey, you're doing this take, or you're touching your sleeves too much, can you just comment sent, so that I can know that you actually went and dropped off a bag of clothes? So if you do it, just write sent in the comments. But anyways, you guys are God's best, and I hope you're having a great pandemic. Peace.